There we are. Hi, DeAndre. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Night Moves here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. We're getting ready for the action here on Tuesday, December 16th. I've got DeAndre Stevenson of Tony'sPicks.com with us for tonight's show as we get ready for the WNBA Cup. DeAndre, if you were here hanging out with me in Las Vegas, maybe we should go to the game tomorrow because this is probably going to be the last one, DeAndre. The NBA is not going to be coming back to Las Vegas for the NBA Cup after the first few years here. Nobody's buying any tickets. You'd go, right?
Man, they just need to remove this from the NBA, man.
Oh,
They tried.
you think get rid of it altogether?
Yeah,
Wow. Do you think? Go ahead, elaborate on that.
because I mean they put it in the season for teams to compete and be competitive, and But I mean, we still see teams getting blown out. We still see the Thunder taking advantage of teams, but we did see them lose to the Spurs also. So I ain't gonna say too much about that, but I just think that is a waste of everybody's time, really, honestly. Then 2 months later they got the All Star tournament, All Star break, and all that. So I just think it's too much for these players, man.
Yeah, they say maybe
There's already enough games, 82 games. That's a lot.
well, the games count in the standings, but
Yeah.
this one doesn't. These three that were played in Las Vegas doesn't count in the standings. But hello to everyone in the chat.
Hello,
Can't
everyone on the
here.
chat.
Mr. Weskers is here. Mr. Weskers surprised you made it.
Mr. Weskers, what up, my boy? Where you been? They've been looking for you.
And also, I think it's going to not bode well. Look, if they can't fill up these games here in Las Vegas with two great teams, how do they expect to support a NBA team here in Las Vegas? So I'll just say it like that because we've got NFL football here now. We've got NHL hockey. We're getting the baseball, Major League Baseball's coming. NBA is going to be I don't know. I don't know. I thought NBA would be they were kind of the first ones here in Las Vegas to play games and everything, and they're going to be the last. I don't think they're coming. I don't think there's going to be a team in Las Vegas in the near future, just because of what we've seen here. Maybe with this NBA Cup, they're just not selling the tickets here. So, but there will be the game tomorrow. And before I let you, DeAndre, Monday Night Football. What'd you think of the Steelers? And the Miami Dolphins last night. I mean, Tua, he only won. DeAndre here in the South, but you ever own one of those? Where nowadays they have this, right? You put it on and you can it's battery powered, or even you can even plug it into your computer to charge it up, and it's like a heating. It's clothing that heats up, right? I mean, real like electric heat. I would. Why don't you get one of those? Why don't you put that
Got all that money.
Well, they're only like $80 on Amazon.
Yeah, man. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? It was nice, like he said. It was nice to see Aaron Rodgers get the dub. We
All
know if they
right.
would have lost, they was gonna have to beat the Ravens, and that would have just messed up their playoff chances. So, the Steelers definitely control their destiny right now. So, hey, let's see what it comes down to for the playoffs, man. It's gonna be interesting, man.
Yeah. You took in the Saints game this past weekend, I understand. Uh, what do the fans think of Tyler Shuck down there? Are they ready to get gung ho, or he's
I
just kind of the guy? Hey, they won the game. They won in a big, important game in that the way they stunned the Panthers.
Yeah, man. They swept them. This is the second time beating the Panthers,
It's right.
also. So,
Play them every week.
I think we loving Tyler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's solid. He's making the right passes. He's not doing too much. He's not the fanciest guy. He's driving the ball down the field. He's taking time off the clock. So I like what I seen in person. I liked what I seen, and I'm definitely investing into the Saints team going into next year.
Who else? who else stood out to? I mean, with no Kamara in that game, and they did a pretty good job moving the ball. Both, just a good balance.
I
Anybody
think
else stand out for you? My man Olave.
Olave, Chase Young, some of the secondary players on defense. Overall, though, I'll probably say the defense overall. I'll
And what
probably
do you?
say the
What's
overall.
the overall uh, gist of the fans? It still needs to be revamped, or are they kind of building enough here to continue to I mean, obviously, there's only one way to go, so you can only improve from here. But you said pretty positive vibe, huh?
Yeah. Most definitely. I ain't got no bad reviews. I definitely go again and again and again.
All right, Saints, Saints here. Look, I mean, hey, the league's better with a good Saints team. I promise you that. The way those fans are down there, and like you told me that, hey, even with this season, they're always coming
Yeah.
because it's an event down there in New Orleans. Okay, thanks for everyone coming on to the chat in here. We got everyone ready to go, and we're going to preview the NBA Cup. We got a bowl game tomorrow here as well. DeAndre, that's exciting to get the bowl games back because we have tomorrow the Veterans
Just be
Bowl.
cool, Mr. Weskers, man. We got you. We got you, Mr. Weskers. We got
Yeah,
you.
we're going
Just
to look
let
at
us
that
do our
Thursday.
job. We gotta go through our process, man. Night moves.
We got a handful of games here with DeAndre tonight in college basketball. So,
We
okay,
got y'all.
we'll
What?
get to it
Yeah.
there. And yeah, DeAndre, I did not give us the winner in the NFL. Hopefully you had it. Let's go over to Tony's picks. Up, I lost DeAndre there. Well, I know he's just got to get the phone back. While he's doing that, I'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com, take a look at the handicapper leaderboards from the action on Monday night, and let's take a look and see what was going on over at Tony's Picks and see was hot on Monday night. I went 2-1 in my props. There's DeAndre back here. I went 2-1. DeAndre with my big prop picks on the site. Yesterday I had, I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad. I had Tua over in his passing yards. He didn't even have it until got going the fourth quarter against a prevent defense. And also I had Achan, who didn't, but I did. Achan there over in his rushing and receiving for a couple of winners. But take a look at our man Ron Crawford, 5-1 for Ron. There he's rocking there with his 5-1 mark. Stephen Duncan's been doing a nice job with us since coming on board there. And there's DeAndre still up there last 30 days and still up here for the year. DeAndre ready to go, and she's got the Taco Tuesday best bet in this college football game that we'll get to in just a moment. So, how things been going on the site, DeAndre?
Oh yeah, man. We've been doing good, man. I'm trying to get over. I'm trying to get over the hump to where we could be up like plus 20 units. Right now we at 15, but we're gonna get over the hump day by day. We had a 2-1 day today. We hit our best bet today. So we just ready to keep rolling, man. I'm back with the guys, back with Mr. Ramon. Night moves, y'all know what we do. Y'all see my numbers right there. My numbers speak for itself.
Look at those winners too. There's your lined up. Go ahead.
I got action for the NFL already for Thursday game, so y'all could get on board with me if y'all don't want to do the homework. I already did it.
It's gonna be a good game.
Let's do it, man. Night moves. Let's print some money, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate all the love and the support. I ain't gonna hold y'all up no more. I'm gonna get straight to it.
All right. Well, I kind of want to press you a little bit here on Houston Christian, though, last night. What'd you see in them, DeAndre? They were beating McNeese at halftime. Look, McNeese won the game. Give Houston Christian a lot of credit for covering in that game. They did a great job of leading at halftime, 15. You got it at 12.5. I'm sure you noticed that it went up to, didn't it go off at 15 or so? So you must have been a little concerned there with the line move, but no problem, man. Houston Christian, and you also had Alabama A&M. DeAndre, I got to admit, I watched. I'm a crazy sports guy like you. I watched the Alabama A&M game. It was on there. It was on the. It was on. Wasn't even YouTube. It was like the school's website.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, like I told Mr. Ramon before the show, man, as y'all see, man, we not really, well, me, I'm not really looking for the big games or whatever. Any spot I can find a winner, that's what I'm attacking, like, you know what I'm saying? And I know y'all be wanting a lot of college basketball games just because there are a lot of games, but I try to find the best games for y'all and get y'all the winners. So
I'm impressed with your pick of Houston Christian there against McNeese. Yeah, I mean, look, McNeese won it. They've got Larry Johnson, man. The guy's a really underrated player for sure. Talking about McNeese there, and hasn't been a perfect season right now for Houston Christian, no doubt about it. But they did get
yeah, I
that
think it was
cover.
just a bad travel spot for McNeese, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
not mistaken. You could tap the right up if you really want the thing, but I think it just was a
Okay, yeah,
bad
good idea.
I think that was a bad travel spot. I think
There it is, bad travel spot. And was it? You said the back door cover, but it was the front door because they were winning. They were winning, and they had on a small card like that. For
yeah.
just the way I look at basketball, DeAndre, for the moment on the college basketball card, Houston Christian was the star of the night when it was sitting there at halftime, and they were up. I think it was 5 or 6 points at halftime on them, and they came back. McNeese, they better come back. They're McNeese, but it
Yeah.
was no cover. All right, let's get into it, DeAndre. Thanks. A good job there. And check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That'll save 15% off all of our premium pick packages over there, including mine and DeAndre's here. You can click on the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice, click on their handicapper profile page, and that's how you get signed up.
Thanks, Padman, Mr. Ramon up. Use the code Tony T at checkout to save 15%. 2-for-1 Capital, man. Let's have a good night move show. Let's do it, man. Night moves.
Yeah, we'll be here for a few minutes with DeAndre, and then DeAndre, got to tell you, I got a lot of hockey to talk about with Mr. Weskers. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's get out here to Las Vegas. And let me get us up there. There we go. Let's go out here to Las Vegas. Pretty good NBA Cup final. DeAndre, stop hating here. Okay, we got two good teams with the Spurs coming out here with the Knicks. And look, the Spurs got here pretty much without Wemby. Now, he was in their last game, obviously, but some of those NBA Cup games were played without Wemby. So I think it just shows how good the Spurs have been this season, right? And what a good team they are. Now, Wemby, DeAndre, probably on a minutes restriction still tomorrow. They were talking maybe 24 minutes. And the Knicks don't play the Knicks don't play their bench too much. But why would you when you have superstar Jalen Brunson and this team on a big winning streak right now, man? The Knicks looking pretty solid as a favorite. They're really good so far this season as well, but Spurs are one of the best underdogs in the league. So I think we got a pretty good game. I think people will be tuned in here, at least in this one on Amazon Prime. You got the Knicks favored here by looks like 2.5, 231.5 here in this one, DeAndre. NBA Cup Tournament Championship at T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, man. I see a lot. I seen a lot in this game, but I'm gonna stick to what I know, man. I know the Spurs look good. I know the Spurs beat the Lakers. They beat the and they beat the Thunder in the to get to this spot. But and we seen the Knicks beat the Raptors and the Magic. But we seen the Knicks do that on the road, and we know the Knicks don't play good on the road. But they pulled it out. Well, I just think in this game, getting the Knicks back at home where they play their best ball at, man. I can't go against it, bro. I'm
In Las
sorry.
Vegas, right? They're in Las Vegas.
Oh, they had Las Vegas. Okay. Well, and this one that changed my cap. Then that changed my cap.
Oh, shoot.
That changed my cap.
I hope it doesn't screw you up too much.
Nah. I just thought I thought they was at home in this one, but I still like the Knicks because I think the Knicks got Brunson. Brunson is playing out of his mind right now, man. He's been the answer. You know, Brunson's been the answer for the Knicks.
Oh, he's been incredible, DeAndre. I mean, they were showing the graphic there. The Knicks have a legendary history. Okay, right? I mean, great players throughout, and Jalen Brunson is the second all-time points per game average, with the Knicks, and have, great players and great scorers over the years. And this guy is already putting himself amongst the Knicks legends, a team with a lot of legendary players. So the Knicks are a pretty strong cover this year. You mentioned it at home for sure, but still, DeAndre, they're 16-6 against the spread.
Right. Yeah, most definitely.
You like the Knicks to take it?
Yeah, right. Just because the guard play from Brunson, man. As long as he's going, he can get everybody going around him. Like they're gonna start double teaming Brunson, and as long as these guys making their shots, man. I think the Knicks can do enough to cover this game.
Let's look and see what the members of the chat have to say. The Spurs are among the worst teams in the league at stopping point guards. Basically, I mean that's
okay. Well, yeah,
that's the way I feel anyway. I mean, I always looked on the props to kind of go against the Knicks. Look, Fox isn't going to wow you defensively, it feels like to me. And I know that Castle, people consider him a little bit of a shutdown, but Miles Bridges, I would think he could also have a pretty good game against that Spurs backcourt. And, the Knicks, the one thing that I like about them here now, they're not a total under team, but I think defensively they're, to me, among the better teams in the league up and down the lineup. When you talk about, guys like Cat in there and Hart, these guys can get on you a little bit and slow you down. So I don't know if I'm disagreeing here necessarily. Now I am going to take the over here. I think what we saw there. I know it's a championship game, but man, we saw some scoring in those games the other night. Here, you talk about this tournament though. DeAndre, they still get the winning players in this tournament each get $531,000. I mean, that's not split among the 12 guys. I mean, that's per player. That's motivation.
Well, we're gonna see who wanted more.
Who wants it more? I think the losers get something too, but I don't think they get that big chunk of change anyway. So DeAndre says, take the Knicks here. I am going to go over in this game. I don't think these two teams necessarily show out as overs, although San Antonio 9-5 to the you mentioned on the road. They're 14-11 to the over this season. The Knicks are 13-12 to the over overall. Although the Knicks have been going under here in a few games of late, but I'm going to go over even at 230 here, 231 in this one, and I'm taking the over here with San Antonio and New York. Let's see the chat here and see what they have to say in the NBA Cup. With let's see here, will the refs give Wendy a break? Can the Knicks contain him? Says Mr. Wesker's got some poignant comments there on the game. Jimmy Tushu says the Knicks are going to get down and play pretty dirty there. It sounds like, or rough and tumble there. The Knicks have their big boys. Mr. Weskers wants the Knicks here on the money line. Strider, Wendy to get over 3 blocks. Like I said, I want to say I'm not cautioning here. Strider's doing a great job, but like I said, Wemby not expected to play a full complement of minutes still. He did not last game as well. I imagine he could step it up a little bit more. San Antonio's covered 5 of the last 6 games between these two teams, but the Knicks are on a roll covering 5 straight right now. Spurs have still covered 9 of their last 13. Like I said, the Spurs have gone over in 6 of their last 8. This series has gone over in 5 of the last 6. They don't meet that frequently. Timmy's talking about those guys as well. Here's Jalen Brunson over to get a hot start here, says Sports Fan. And let's see, Robinson over in his first quarter rebounds for Sports Fan there. Timmy Chushu likes the Spurs, but the Knicks are up and comers, as he's saying there. All right, good comments from the chat. Wemby over in his points. I mean, like I said, wow. I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? If he is limited to 24 points and Wemby gets over 21 and a half points, I think the Spurs will win there. But I don't know if I'm necessarily going that way. Let's see. Brunson, a big game, says Ron Jeff. And Timmy says, if the Spurs win, good on them. All right. Okay, that's going to be a good one out here in Las Vegas on Tuesday night, the NBA Cup. All right. DeAndre, we're back to the bowl season here. All right, we got football, all kinds of football. And let's take a look at this one here on Tuesday night at the Military Bowl. DeAndre in this one. And take a look. We got, one thing we got to always check on here, DeAndre, is some of the ins and outs with these players. This one's in Montgomery, Alabama. And the big one here is Troy, quarterback, the Goose. He's loose. Goose Crowder expected to play in this game. He's injured. He's not a guy who is, in the transfer portal or anything, but he's a pretty good quarterback. Goose Crowder threw for 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 5 picks. Didn't even play the full season here. But Troy, a little bit more banged up coming in. These two teams, I don't think, have impacts. More the bigger schools, DeAndre, will have the impact players that are, maybe in the portal. This one feels like both teams are kind of ready to go, and it's a pick 'em. Pick it.
Yeah, the weather will be 41 degrees with little to no wind. Troy will be missing their top running back, Tay Meadows. He hit the transfer portal. Troy has struggled offensively down the stretch. Their run defense is bad. I'm gonna take Jacksonville State. They love to run the ball. I think they're gonna pound this Troy defense. I'll take Jackson State.
Okay. Yeah, there'll be for Troy here, I mean, they'll certainly be relying on Crowder there, but really the better quarterback in the game is probably Caden Creel of Jacksonville State in this game. And, he's got some good targets in there with one of your favorites, DeAndre Johnson, who's had some big games this season. He had a big game against Western Kentucky and a 37-34 win 2 games back. So DeAndre liking Jacksonville State here in this one. And I got to go over here at 49.5. You have a Jacksonville State team that was 8-5 to the over this season. So I don't know. I feel like they're the team that's going to maybe be able to, at least if they don't go out on top, go out in front, will be able to be pretty good if they have to come back as well. So I think it's going to be a pretty good game. Obviously,
nice that, Mr. Whiskers.
Pick them here. Yeah, what did they say? Let me go to the chat here. Take a look.
That, Mr. Whiskers. Thank you for that.
Okay. Here we go. That is that is just an incredible number. I can't believe they've met that many times.
That's a good one, Mr. Whiskers. Appreciate that, bro.
That is just incredible that they've met that many times. I mean, that's going back. Jacksonville State for Timmy there. And Sports Fan does like Cam Cook here. I mean, he's probably, I mentioned Creel, but Cook is probably the best player in the game. He did have 101 yards in the loss to Kennesaw, but he is pretty much good for over 150 yards practically every game, maybe 125, but somewhere around there. I mean, he's been producing all season long as just such a key player there. So, all right, good job, DeAndre. He's on Jayville State, and I will take the over. I'm just going over. What the heck? All right, let's get to our college basketball. Try to satisfy everyone in the chat with a little bit of college talk here on Tuesday. And yes, there is an early start at 11 Eastern and 8 a.m. Pacific time here, DeAndre, on the, I guess I should say 10 a.m. DeAndre time, with Howard taking on Drexel. Howard's off to a decent start here, and they've won 2 in a row right now with wins over Hampton and North Carolina A&T. Meanwhile, for Drexel here, they are coming off a couple of losses to LaSalle and American U here. So I think one thing to note about this one, DeAndre, is you have basically, right, for Howard, conference play hasn't yet gotten underway, but man, they've won a couple of games here against, some other HBCUs here, and going to go on a little bit of road trip before getting into conference play.
Yeah, Howard has won 3 straight games coming into this one. Drexel hasn't played since December 6th. Drexel fouls a lot. They play at a slow play. They play at a slow play. Drexel foul a lot and they play at a slow pace. Howard should cause some problems with their defense. Howard is good at forcing turnovers. I think this is going to be a tight game with a slow pace. Last time these two teams played last year, December 17th, 2024, Drexel beat Howard on the road by 3. I think this is a revenge game for Howard. I think they want to come in here and look for revenge. So I'm gonna take Howard with the points.
Okay, taking the Bison.
Yeah, they come into the game hot.
Bison over the Dragons. Yeah, Howard is the better spread team for sure right now with the 5-4 ATS, but Drexel's 3-6 ATS so far. And you mentioned it. It's Howard that drags the game down. It feels like to me, if you like Howard to win, then I think it will end up probably being a low-scoring game. Howard is 2-7 to the under so far this season, and 1-3 to the under as an underdog. So I think Drexel, yeah, they are a team that kind of trends over right now. I think they're 5-3 to the over or so, but at home they're just 1 up and 1 down as far as the totals are concerned. So I'm going to go under 138.5. DeAndre likes Howard here on the road, getting a few points. And let's see here. Mr. Wesker always likes the dog in those early games, but he says he likes Drexel to win, but Howard to cover. And Timmy Chusa says, but it's Drexel. Dragons. All right. Yeah, I mean, Howard has a pretty good player in Bryce Harris, a 6'4" senior that is kind of their top guy. Cam Gillis as well there. And also Harris, also a pretty good player. Or I said Harris, I meant Harris and Gillis. I know those are their 2 guys, but all right. Let's move on to another one here, DeAndre, and let's get into some we're in the afternoon action here, 6 p.m. start East Coast, 3 p.m. on the West, with Dartmouth taking on Holy Cross. And Dartmouth here, slight favorite, 1.5 on the road, taking on the Crusaders. Dartmouth coming in here off of a win over BU a few nights ago. Holy Cross, meanwhile, you talked about the layoffs. They haven't played in a week or 10 days here, but they are off to back-to-back wins over Fordham and Northeastern. They've also covered 3 straight, have the Holy Cross Crusaders.
Yeah, this is a true home game for Holy Cross. Dartmouth only won 1 road game. Holy Cross coming to this game on a 4-game win streak. Getting them as a home dog. Holy Cross is 3-1 straight up at home. I'll take Holy Cross in this spot.
Okay, DeAndre says Holy Cross here in this game. They got some, some pretty good players, pretty nice talent, with Nugent. He's kind of a swingman out there. Also, Warren as well. Gabe Warren as well. So do have for me, I'm looking at the total here. I will note Holy Cross, though, you mentioned true home game, 3-0 against the spread so far this season at home, 6-2 against the spread as a dog. Dartmouth just 1-3. against the spread so far. So in this one with Dartmouth and Holy Cross here, I've got myself another under here actually with these two. It is 147. That's a little bit up there, and it is going to have more tempo here for sure, but I'm going to go under here with Dartmouth and Holy Cross in this one. All right, DeAndre, next up. Let me make sure I got it right. I know you told me what games. I think I might have screwed up here. Is it Louisville or is it? Did you say Louisville was next? Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Should let DeAndre produce tonight. That's for sure. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, Louisville and Tennessee. We got to get this one in for sure. The Bill. We got a couple of ranked teams here. DeAndre. The Bill comes in. 9-1 here right now, ranked 11th in the country. Tennessee, they're having a little bit of a tumble here with 3 straight losses coming in, but consider the opposition. KU, some team, I don't know which team this is. Maybe Mr. Weskers could tell me. They're orange with a big S. I know who that is, Syracuse and Illinois. So they have not looked good over these last 3 games, but they've played a tough schedule. They beat Houston so far. So man, after that they beat Houston, then lost to those 3 opponents. DeAndre, Louisville's been the much better cover so far.
Yeah. In this game, I think we're getting this price with Tennessee at home because they lost the 3 games. But like Mr. Ramon said, it was against tough opponents, man. I don't want to go fade this Tennessee team at home. I think they have a home court advantage. They're the better rebounding team. Tennessee have an offensive edge on the rebounding glass. I think they can win this game. Louisville have a freshman point guard. Louisville haven't really played nobody. We've seen Louisville lose on the road to Arkansas. I think Louisville is going to struggle inside. Tennessee have the point guard advantage. I think Tennessee is going to try to slow this game down. So I'm gonna just take Tennessee on the money line.
All right. Well, look, Brown is a pretty good player. We'll see in the future. I mean, he does dish it out pretty good, but Tennessee's got their man in Gillespie that certainly is the equivalent, and he can score a little bit more than Brown as well. I'll tell you, in fact, Gillespie leads the balls in scoring from his guard spot. Does a pretty good job here. I'm going over with these two for sure, DeAndre. Right now, I think it is 158, but we've seen a few overs from these two teams so far this season. Louisville 6-4 to the over, Tennessee 5-3 to the over at home. So I'm going to take the over in this one with Louisville and Tennessee here. I think it did. I just want to take a peek here real quick. I think the move has been on Louisville here, actually, but I'm not going to fret about that. But just if I can take a peek there. Yeah, just a slight move, I guess, over to Louisville there a little bit. It looks like it opened at oh, no. Okay, it's been the moves to Tennessee. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, in fact, I'm seeing some 2s out there. All right, you must have hit it already. All right, let's get one more going here with DeAndre. I think I've got, here we go. Let's go back to the extra board here with Sacred Heart taking on Massachusetts Lowell in a closely rated game here, DeAndre. And I might have actually gone out of order here. Sorry about that. But Sacred Heart here, a 1-point favorite over Lowell, and the total 155.
Yeah, UMass Lowell coming into this game off 2 road losses. Their last 5 games been on the road actually. But I think they come into this game looking for their first home D1 win. UMass is 3-1 straight up at home. Sacred Heart is 2-5 straight up on the road. I'll take UMass at home at a good price.
All right, DeAndre likes Lowell here to get it done. They're getting a point here right now. It looks like maybe a point and a half here from Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart is 3-1 against the spread as a favorite so far, and but Lowell 4-3 as an underdog. This is going to be, I believe, a slowdown game. I can't believe it's 155 with these two teams right now. Sacred Heart's 3-6 to the under so far. They just went 40. They scored. They held New Jersey Institute of Technology to 49 points in their last game. They only scored 69 against Iona in a game that was lined at 163.5. So I'm going to go under here in this one. I know they played that Central Connecticut game, was a wild game, but that one went to overtime. I'm going under here again with Sacred Heart and Lowell. DeAndre says take UMass Lowell. Take the Hawks in this one. All right, and that's going to do it for our basketball coverage and our time with DeAndre tonight. It's good to see you, and tell us what's going on over at Tony's Picks. I imagine you'll are you all locked in with those plays that you mentioned, DeAndre, or you think you might have a little something else tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely put the Drexel play in. I ain't
Oh,
see it
okay.
on the site when I was trying to put it in, but I'm gonna
Don't be
definitely.
giving out your premiums, or yes, give us the premiums for.
Yeah, I like that Drexel game though. I like Howard in that game. I'm gonna wake up and bet that game. But like I said, you see the numbers, check me out at TonySpeaks.com. Use the code 15. Use the code Tony T at checkout for 15%. Appreciate all the love and all the support, man. Y'all keep showing up and we're gonna keep delivering, man. Trying to end the month off right, it's the holiday times, so we just trying to continue to print money, you know what I'm saying? Day by day. So I got my Taco Tuesday bet loaded in. Let's do it. Let's bring home another winner and keep it rolling. Let's keep increasing these numbers, man. We're trying to hit 20 units, trying to hit 20 of them. So that's my goal. So let's do it. Going into the new year.
You could have that tomorrow. Why stop there? Anyway, DeAndre, hit us up over at TonySpicks.com and use that promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off all those premium pick packages. And appreciate you, DeAndre. Yeah, you get that tomorrow. You're at 15.6 here since joining the site. I know you're a little, you've been floating there a little bit, but you keep getting them back, so you're ready to go. I mean, let's go. And
Yeah. Like I said, y'all just check out my numbers, man. The numbers speak for itself. Every game documented. So we just gonna continue to print money each and every day. So appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out Zach. Shout out Mr. Wesker. Shout out Timmy Two Shoe, my guy Timmy Two Shoe. Shout out my guy Mr. Wesker. Shout out sports fan Star Strider. These the days that matter, when it's just y'all guys, we could talk back and forth with y'all, we ain't got a bunch of people in the chat tonight, but that's what makes us sharper and bring us closer together, so just appreciate all the love, all the dialogue, appreciate y'all coming break down the games with us, and shout out to Mr. Ramon, man. I appreciate you showing up each and every night and doing what you do, man. Night moves.
yeah, hey, I'm just up watching some cricket here in the middle of the night. So what else am I going to do but handicap all my games, get my plays in?
Yeah, Mr. Ramon got y'all with the hockey.
I'm ready to go.
We got some college winners. So let's do it. Shout out to my guy Timmy Two Shoe, man. Shout out to the whole Night Moves chat, man. Shout out to the whole Night Moves crew, man. This is y'all show, y'all. Me and Mr. Ramon just show up, man. We show up for y'all, man. This really y'all show, so I appreciate all y'all, man. It's good to see you back out there, Mr. West, because I know people were searching for you. We ain't seen you in a couple chats in a few days, so it's good to have you out there, man. But good night, Flash. Good morning, man. See y'all, man. Good luck, everybody. Taco Tuesday, man. Let's go eat some tacos, man. Good luck, Mr. Ramon.
All right, DeAndre, I will. Thank you, DeAndre. DeAndre Stevenson of Tony'sPicks.com. You see his card right there. I mean, I'm telling him, hey, you got any more picks? He's got you loaded up with a 5-pack tomorrow. So why not hook up with DeAndre there and get his plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, I'm ready to get into it right now with a little bit of NHL action here. I think I've got a 10-game card or so here. On Tuesday night, we did come home with a few winners last night here on Night Moves. Brought home winners here yesterday in the NHL with the Anaheim Ducks on the road. They got it done against the Rangers. Also brought home the winner with the Predators and the Blues there yesterday with the game total to go over. That one got a little bit loose for sure with that big lead for Nashville early, and they went on for the 5-2 win. And we had the under with the Kings and Dallas, as the Kings kind of laid an egg there on the road. Dallas ended up beating them 4-1 with that empty netter at the end of the game, and they got it done there with their backup goalie actually in that game. It was, I think, DeSmith was in there against Kemper, and it went under. So we had 3 winners here on the show. Let's get to it and go over the big card here in the NHL on Tuesday night. Get ready. And here we go. All right, we'll start it off here in the NHL on Tuesday night with the Chicago Blackhawks going on the road here, taking on the Leafs in Toronto. Both teams coming off a pair of losses here. Chicago lost to St. Louis and Detroit. They've had some struggles here of late. They've kind of come back down to earth a little bit. Toronto, meanwhile, also with back-to-back losses at home to San Jose and to Edmonton here. So still going to have a Toronto, a big favorite here at minus 225. And this one doesn't seem totally straight, right? You got Toronto just 14-12-5, Chicago 13-13-6 here. So what gives when these two teams meet here in this one on Tuesday night? I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, Toronto should be the better team here, but Chicago's done a pretty nice job so far this season. In fact, they've already beaten Toronto 3-2 on the road just about a month ago. And we know Chicago's been one of the most improved teams. Yeah, they're kind of slowing down here a little bit of late. They kind of struggled on the end of the road trip, but they did bounce back at home against the Rangers before they lost those last 2 games, and they were kind of traveling back and forth. Meanwhile, for Toronto here, they did start this homestand with a loss to Montreal. Then they beat Tampa Bay before those losses to the Sharks and to Edmonton. So I think for me here, I'm going to go under. I know the Leafs have been a pretty big over so far this season, but can't help but notice that the total is 5.5 here. It is juiced to the over here, but the books are kind of saying a low scoring game, and that's a Toronto team that has been yes, one of the higher scoring teams in the league. Well, their games go over a lot. I don't know if there's, they give up a lot on defense as well. So I think for me, I'm going to stay with the under here. Chicago's been going under of late for sure. They had unders against the Detroit game, went under in a 4-0 loss. They lost to St. Louis 3-2, and did beat the Rangers 3-0. So I'm going to go with the under here in this one with Chicago and Toronto here on Tuesday night. You're welcome to comment in the chat and join me here. There goes DeAndre. Thank you, DeAndre. And Mr. Wesker's maybe fading any team in Canada right now. Zach has the Leafs on the puck line. I mean, that's the way I would probably lean, but the Leafs just aren't, really putting teams away. I mean, they're one of those teams. They're 4-14 on the puck line so far this season. I mean, that's note, but Chicago's 23-7 as a puck line dog. So I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this one. Next up, we've got the Islanders on the road here, and they're taking on the Red Wings here on Tuesday night. Detroit's favorite at home here, $1.30 or so. The total 6. Both teams come in here pretty hot. The Islanders have won 3 in a row with wins over VGK, Anaheim, and Tampa Bay. They swept that set at home, now hit the road here to take on the Wings. The Wings just completed a long road trip where they were hot. They beat Seattle, Vancouver, Calgary. They lost to Edmonton, but they wrapped it up with a win against Chicago. So the Red Wings are back to playing hot hockey here right now, taking on the Islanders tonight. These two teams have met already this season. Detroit lost at home 5-0 last time they met back about a month ago. As the Islanders were able to pick up the win. The Islanders have been a great underdog this year. They're 14-7 straight up as an underdog and 9-5 on the road this season. Man, the Islanders here 19-11-3. They've been one of the best surprises in the league so far, but Detroit's been strong too at 18-12-3. Coming into this one. So I think here, with the Islanders been playing well. They've won 6 of their last 7, but Detroit has won 5 of the last 7 matchups between these two teams at home. They're both pretty hot. I know the Islanders have been a great road team. They're definitely a profitable road team, but I'm going to grab the favorite here. I'm going to take the Detroit Red Wings at home. I know it's $1.30 or so, but still going to ride with the Wings here in this one. All right, let's see here. We've got nothing here from that one. All right. Let's move on to the next one here with the Mammoth on the road, taking on the Boston Bruins. Bruins here coming in hot right now. They did lose last time out, but that stopped a winning streak as Boston lost to Minnesota here a couple of nights ago, 6-2 on the road. But before that, Boston was rolling. They had wins over St. Louis, New Jersey, twice over the Blues and Winnipeg. So Boston's been on the move here a little bit, getting things back. The other thing is they've won 10 straight meetings against this franchise at home right now, but Utah's an interesting lot. They've come in here off of wins over Seattle and Pittsburgh. They've gone over in 4 straight games. Look, this franchise has never had any success here, and Boston's been hot. I mean, they're 4-1 straight up. Boston's 9-2 straight up at home. Utah's 3-9 straight up on the road this season, and 7-13 in their last 20. The Mammoth are favored in this game. I think that tells you, I don't want to say all you need to know. In fact, this one's kind of been on the move big time towards the Mammoth, it feels like. It's only been about $1.15 right now. It just feels, kind of strange. Now, you do have a couple injuries here for the Bruins, on defense and on the left wing, but I'm taking the Mammoth here. I'm going with an upset, actually. I'm taking Utah to win this one on the road. Here, the Mammoth are, an interesting road team. Now, they are the favorite here. They're 8-10 overall on the road. Boston's doing a great job. I've got the Mammoth for an upset in this one. Let's see here. Timmy likes the Bruins in regulation. I think he can't believe the line he's getting. He's got Pasta for a couple of points there. He's got Pasta all over the place. Timmy says the Bruins are going to smack him around. All right. Well, I'm taking the Mammoth in this one. I'd probably use the Mammoth as a premium here, but I probably can't do it as a favorite. I thought, too, that they would come a dog. Of course I did, but I think the Sharps are probably onto something here a little bit. Hard to ignore that, the Mammoth here, just a 500 club against a hot team like Boston, yet the Mammoth comes in here as a favorite. So I think that says something to me. Next up, the Ducks are on the road here, taking on the Blue Jackets. And, look, we saw the Ducks their win last night, so they're on the back-to-back, but it was impressive in their win over the Rangers, 4-1. The Ducks continue to be impressive on the road this season. Just 9-8, but they've been just such a great surprise. However, the Blue Jackets are 7-1 as a favorite this year. Anaheim's the hotter team. Columbus, give them credit. I mean, they are 13-6, but they are in a losing streak. They've lost several games in a row here right now, 5 straight. They've also lost 6 in a row at home to Anaheim, but I don't know. I like the Blue Jackets. And look, the Blue Jackets are $1.35 favorite in this game. Now, they have had their struggles. They're 1-4 straight up in their last 5 at home as well. Anaheim has lost 6 of their last 9 on the road, but they have won 4 of their last 6 coming in. Now, Anaheim's gone over in 9 of their last 12. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Usually it's Columbus giving up the goals to Anaheim a little bit, but I'm taking Columbus here at minus $1.35. I don't know if I can't even tell if it's contrarian anymore. They're actually favored in this game, coming in with a 5-game losing streak. Again, Anaheim on the back-to-back. That has to be considered here. And Anaheim has lost 2 of their last 3. This is the 5th game of their road trip, and they are on the road here. So I'm taking the Blue Jackets tonight against Anaheim. All right, and Timmy Two Shoes, liking the Blue Jackets here. He's going to fade the goaltending. All right, next up, the Flyers are on the road here, taking on Montreal. 2 teams playing pretty well this season. You got the Flyers here at 16, 9, and 6, but they've lost 3 in a row. Montreal, meanwhile, 17, 11, and 4. They've won 2 of their last 3 coming in, including a 4-1 victory over the Oilers at home a couple of nights ago. They were on the back-to-back after a loss against the Rangers. Played pretty well in this 3-game stretch. Meanwhile, Philadelphia, they've been tough luck, man. They've been playing well, but they just keep losing 1-goal games. They just dropped back-to-back games in a home and home against Carolina. They lost to VGK at home by a goal. They did beat San Jose. They lost to Colorado. So no doubt Philadelphia has been playing a tough schedule here of late, and they've been playing well. They just haven't been rewarded with a victory. They are 9-13 straight up as an underdog, but 6-4 and 2 on the road. Meanwhile, Montreal at home right now, 8-1. So I'm probably going to have to go to the total in this one. Vladar in there against Dobish here. So I'm going to go to the total here, and I'm going to go under in this one. I know that we've seen mostly overs from these 2 teams here. Montreal's been the biggest over team in the league practically so far. They've gone over in 10 of their last 13 at home, 14 of their last 20 overall. 4 of the last 5 meetings in this series have gone over. Philadelphia has gone over in 4 of their last. I don't have any trends to tell you that this game is going to go under. It's just I'm going under in this one between Philadelphia and Montreal. Again, you have 2 teams that are obviously going over at a pretty strong pace. Yet the total's 5.5 over 20. I'm not saying the bookmakers always know or the sharps what's going down, but hard to fathom that this total's 5.5. I'm going under, just trusting the market here actually in this one, because the trends would say over City, but I'm going under in this one. All right, Mr. Westers is liking the Flyers in this one. Timmy says Flyers because the Habs are probably going to lay an egg. It's got Dvorak to get a goal in this one. And Timmy says maybe the goalies. Yeah, I'm kind of basing it kind of on the goaltending here as well. Look, Montreal, there's no doubt they've been in a lot of overs. They've been a big-time over, 12-5 to the over at home, 9-5 to the over as a favorite. But I think that, you look at that line at, 5.5 here. Dobish does have a 3.0 goals against, but Vladar has been good. 11, 5, and 3 with a 2.48 goals against and a 91% save percentage. I'm going under in this one. The Vancouver Canucks will take on the New York Rangers. Vancouver 12, 17, and 3. They're tumbling down the standings here, but they are coming in off of a win last time out over New Jersey. This is the second game of the road trip right now, and they started with a win a couple of nights ago. Vancouver has found their way to the bottom of the standings in the Pacific Division right now, but they are 8-7-2 on the road, and we're talking Rangers here, right? The Rangers just 4-9 at home so far this season. I mean, we win every time. They're 4-9-3. They've down 9 units at home this season. Vancouver hasn't been great. I can't really try to sell you too much on them, but they did beat Minnesota here recently 4-2, then lost to Detroit and Buffalo before hitting the road here and winning this one at New Jersey. Rangers have kind of dominated this series for sure. In fact, they've already won a meeting here this year. They won the first meeting in Vancouver 2-0 so far. So I'm on Vancouver here in this one. I'm just still going to go against the Rangers at home, figuring I'm getting the right price here. Like I said, Vancouver, they've played better on the road than they have at home. They are just 9-15 as an underdog, but the Rangers are 9-9 as a favorite. I'm taking Vancouver here. I'm Mr. Contrarian spot, it feels like today. I'm going with a few oddball picks, maybe. All right. Timmy Chushes expects Quick to be in here in the net. He's got Miller to score. All right, a most intriguing game here on Tuesday night as the Edmonton Oilers take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And, I have the goalies backwards. Let me fix that. Nope, we don't have the goalies backwards. Of course, everyone knows by now that Tristan Jarry is on Edmonton. He's going to be their number one guy here for sure. And Skinner on the Penguins, I was talking to some experts earlier. We were discussing here. Ironically, this is the TNT game of the night, but would Skinner kind of be the number one guy for the Penguins now over Silovs? Yeah, I guess he would be. And the Oilers, though, do come in as a favorite because Pittsburgh's been struggling here and slumping. They did play okay, I thought, in that last game, but did lose to Utah a couple of nights ago, 5-4, and they're on a losing streak right now. They've kind of thrown away kind of the strong record. They're still 14-8-9. They've had some overtime games as well. So, but still, they've lost 5 straight. They've lost 7 of their last 8 at home coming in. Edmonton, though, meanwhile, has lost 12 of their last 18 on the road. Edmonton does kind of own Pittsburgh in this, interconference series, just meeting a couple times a year, but Edmonton has won 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams. They have not met yet this season. Pittsburgh did win the last time they met here in Pittsburgh 5-3 last January. Edmonton is 13-13 as a favorite. Pittsburgh's 9-10 as a dog. Edmonton on the road 7-9-3 so far this season. Pittsburgh at home 6-5-5, but again on a losing streak here right now. So what happens when you get 2 new goalies, right? You flip-flop the goalies. Edmonton's been trying to figure out this goalie situation, it feels like, for the better part of 2.5 seasons, trying to ride with Skinner and the other guys that they've had in there and trying to look. Everyone says that you need to back this up so you don't have McDavid leave. You don't have their stars kind of wasting away here without giving it that final push. We know Edmonton always is solid, gets to the playoffs, and then somehow runs into, maybe it is sometimes those games get a little high scoring and loose, and they end up blaming the goalie, or more likely it's lapses on the defensive end. But still, Edmonton, has a better record, or the similar record here right now. 15-12-6. I'm sorry, but Edmonton definitely not as strong as Pittsburgh have one more win is what I meant to say, but Pittsburgh in this little bit of a slump here right now. So anyways, a long story short, what happens when you flip-flop the goalies and you're supposed to be improving? The total's still 6.5, like nothing's ever changed. I'm going under. I'm going to go under. The guys I was talking to, they kind of thought that maybe it would still go over with these two teams, and I guess I don't doubt it in the end. I mean, especially Pittsburgh, 12-7 to the over as a dog, 9-6 to the over at home. But I'm going to go under in this one. I'll see if the defenses can back them up a little bit in the first game against one another. I think we've already seen Yari on the Oilers, but see what you guys have here in the game of the night with the most. This game has the most intrigue as well. All right. Timmy Two Shoes likes the over here, and he likes the Stars to score with Crosby and Draisaitl. Mr. Wester says we're heading for a one-score game. Zach says Oilers regulation. Timmy says it might even be a circus out there with the scoring, though, but he says the 6.5 does look like an under, and you got to hope that they play some tight defense. So this is your game of the night, 7:37 Eastern, 4:37 Pacific. We got some other good ones coming up right now, but just because of the sheer intrigue in this one, this is must watch on Tuesday night. All right, next up, the Caps are going to be on the road. This might be the game of the night, but if not for the storyline of the Oilers and the Penguins, you have Minnesota here right now, 19-9-5, really looking strong, man. And I'm expecting the wall of St. Paul in there, Wallstedt for the Wild here in this one. Wild clicking now 4 straight victories. Wins over Seattle, Dallas, Ottawa, and Boston. They're on a homestand here, 4th straight home game coming in. They're one of the best home teams in the league right now with a record of 11-3-4 coming in. Meanwhile, Washington's been a solid road team. They've been solid altogether. I mean, they're 18-10-4 overall. They have a road record coming in of 8-5-2. They aren't the best underdog of 4-6, but Minnesota is much better in the underdog role. Actually, they're just 8-8 as a favorite this season coming in. So, you know what? For Washington here, look, they kind of need a bounce back spot. They've lost 3 of 4 coming in off of losses to Winnipeg, Carolina. They did beat Columbus. They lost to Anaheim there. I want to take the Caps here in this one at plus $1.05. I'm taking Washington to win here over Minnesota on the road. These two teams did meet once this season already. Other meeting this season already. Washington got the win 5-1 in that game. Washington has not been that strong against Minnesota. In fact, Minnesota won both meetings last season, but Washington just 2-7 in their last 9 against Minnesota, but they've won 10 of their last 14 overall coming in. Can't tell you that Minnesota hasn't been hot. Like I said, 7 of their last 8 they've won at home, 12 of their last 15 overall they've won. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over. I don't think it would, if it's Thompson and Wallstedt, I don't know if it's going over, right? In this one, you do have, obviously, right now, probably 2 of the best statistical goaltenders in the league in this game. If this is a goaltending matchup, and I don't see why it maybe wouldn't be, but some sites are showing that it could be Gus. I don't know why you'd have Gus in there instead of Wallstedt for this matchup, but I guess it is a possibility, especially considering that Minnesota here, they play back-to-backs later on the weekend, so maybe they could flip-flop them here. I'm going to think it's Wallstedt in this particular matchup. I mean, the next game for Minnesota is at CBJ, so why wouldn't you use Wallstedt here? But maybe you guys know better in the chat. Timmy's on the Capitals. And Zach says the Wild is hot. How about Kaprizov? Is going to keep going here right now with the old and new, if you will, right? All right, I'm going to take the Caps in this one. All right, we get to the late action here right now out west in Seattle with the Avalanche coming in here. Man, 23, 2, and 7 are the Avalanche right now. And maybe it'll be Mackenzie Blackwood in here going for the Avs. And the Kraken, 12, 12, and 6. They're on a 2-game losing streak coming in right now to Buffalo and Utah. Colorado's won their last 2 over Florida and Nashville. They've won them all practically this season. Coming in here, 23 and 8 as a favorite. Seattle 9 and 16 as an underdog here. I know we got a huge price, man, but Colorado's been pretty good. I mean, 17 and 14 is a puck line favorite. That is out of this world, quite frankly. Seattle is 17 and 8 as a puck line dog. Here, and maybe the price is okay for if you wanted to try Seattle here, especially with the Avalanche at 285. I mean, you got to think, man, that's a pretty big number no matter how you look at it. On the puck line, they're minus 1.5 at probably minus $1.10 here, but I'm willing to do that. I'm going to take the Avalanche here still. I don't want to call it a no-brainer. I mean, I'm taking a lot of I think I'm on a lot of picks tonight that a lot of people aren't going to. Maybe this is the one of them too, but I'm going to take the Avs to continue to roll here. And Zach says he's got the Avs in this one. And Jimmy will take the Kraken here to spoil it a little bit. Yeah. Hey, these two teams have not met yet this season. Avalanche, certainly has the upper hand in this series. Colorado has won 5 of the last 6 matches overall between these two. And Seattle's been struggling, no doubt about it. They've lost 8 of their last 9 overall, just lost to Utah and Buffalo here of late. Seattle's gone under in 8 of their last 11 overall. 13 of the last 17 meetings between these two teams have gone under. That might be all their meetings. Seattle's gone under in 6 of their last 7. Colorado's gone under in 5 of their last 7 on the road. Seattle's 4 and 12 to the under at home. This one feels like a big time under. Montour to get a point for Timmy. And I'm going to take the Avs here. But, man, this one does point to an under here possibly. And you got it at 6. But I'm taking the Avs in this one. Hey, I've got one more game to look at here on Night Moves. Thank you for spending an hour with me here tonight, and DeAndre as well. But let's go to this last contest out west. It's not the prettiest matchup, but it's not as bad as it used to be, right? The Sharks here are over 500 right now, and they've got a 2-game winning streak. They're 16, 14, and 3, coming in off of wins over Toronto and Pittsburgh. That's how they ended their road trip, with 3 wins in 4 games against Carolina, Toronto, and Pittsburgh. Not bad, San Jose. Good job. For Calgary, meanwhile, they've been playing their best hockey of the season by far. They're 13, 16, and 4 here right now, and coming in off of a win over the Kings on the road. Hey, I had Calgary in that game over the Kings. Now, they did lose to Detroit, but before that, wins over Minnesota, Utah, Buffalo. This is as good as they've been going here. Now, they were at home. The Kings game was on the road, and they're still on the road here, traveling back up the coast here right now. But for Calgary, they've won 7 straight meetings against San Jose, including 6 straight meetings here in San Jose. San Jose's playing well as well. They've won 7 of their last 9 games at home. Who'd have thought we'd be talking about these guys playing so well here? Calgary's won 4 of their last 5. They've gone over in 6 of their last 8 games on the road. Calgary's been mostly an over team this season, 13 and 6 to the over overall on the road. But San Jose, they're definitely an under, 14 and 19 to the under this season. San Jose has been an underdog in every game this season, and I would imagine that while they do have a good shot. They're playing well. They're playing better. I'm taking this roll with Calgary here. And look, they're the $1.35 favorite in this game after all. I'm taking Calgary on the road here to win at the Sharks here. Watch out. I think this goaltending matchup might be okay. 5.5 over 25. You know what? If Calgary's going to, if San Jose is going to kind of, the way they play these unders here, even though Calgary's an over, when they've been favored this season, well, they're 2-3 to the under. I don't know if I can point too much to it, but like I said, Calgary's owned this series, and I'm going to take them again here on the road as a favorite over the Sharks on Tuesday night. All right, Mr. Westwood says, don't fade the Sharks right now. No, I'm not fading them for sure, but Timmy says, look, the price is not really that. I agree with you. I'm not a little bit of a insight into the way I do the shows, right? Look, my best picks are over at tonyspicks.com, but I come on here picking every game. And you know what? If I like a team that's going to win and maybe that price is a little bit tough to swallow, that's going to be a free play on the show, if you know what I mean. Calgary here at minus $1.35. Yeah, do I think maybe they shouldn't be that big of a favorite, especially against a team like San Jose that, like I said, they got right now the better record for sure, but they haven't been an underdog all season. I know I'm like looking at the series history for my pick, but again, I'm a price, a market handicapper. I like Calgary, but I don't like the price that much, so I ended up on the free pick, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's see here. Hope I got all the comments in there. And Mr. Wesker says it's a tarp. That's going to do it for me here on Night Moves tonight. I want to thank DeAndre Stevenson, of course, for joining us. Said he had a great time at the Saints game there, and I asked him about, maybe they should have gone to Tyler Shuck a long time ago, the way he looked in controlling the offense compared to Spencer Rattler. So, thanks, DeAndre, for joining us tonight. Thanks to everybody in the chat as well. We'll be back tomorrow with more Night Moves. You know what's going on tomorrow. We'll be back with a couple of games in the NBA, but we've got 2 college football games on Wednesday. Back to the bowls and a little bit lighter of a hockey card. It's going to be a kind of a short show tomorrow for sure, but really looking forward. DeAndre mentioned that game on Thursday night with the Rams and the Seahawks. A blockbuster there with the West Coast teams at 11-3. So you're going to want to join us here for that one. Thanks again to everyone in the chat, and it was great to spend time with you guys. I know DeAndre said his salutations already. Mr. Weskers likes Connecticut tomorrow. Thank you to Zach. Thank you to Timmy. Sports fan. If I was in the chat, I'd go with that nickname too. All right, that's going to do it. Make sure you join the Tony's Picks morning show tomorrow. Tony will have his panel of guests going over the action on Tuesday night. And then don't forget, Rod's got the drive-through. Don't forget, preceding me every night, weeknights, Vegas Al brings you his overnight look on the Look Ahead show here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Al's doing a great job with that show. Hey, check me out over at tonyspicks.com. I'll have my best plays for the action here. That's what I do here in the middle of the night, watching a little cricket, watching some Big Bash cricket here, and going with my plays for the action here on Tuesday. Check me out over at tonyspicks.com. I had a couple of winners last night in my props here. There they are. Let me see. There it is. I had Achan there with his rushing and receiving over. I said Achan sets up strong on this one. Troy Aikman tonight. He kind of said it like I did. I said, why did Achan ever go to? I mean, he's got to be A-Chain, right? I mean, don't remember everybody kind of pronouncing his name wrong back when he was with the Niners. And man, this guy's good, but Achan, hey, it's a family name. You got it, but come on, A-Chain, right? Because you could have, come on, ride A-Chain and ride it. but he had a good night. I did lose there with Jalen Warren. He didn't quite get it going. Gainwell was just incredible in that game. The Steelers were riding Gainwell. I don't know if he got the hot hand, and then they just started riding Gainwell a little bit, and it really fell. Warren fell out of favor there. Still ended up with okay numbers. He had 33 yards rushing and did have some receiving yards as well, but Gainwell's been a real find for the Steelers coming over from the Eagles. And I did have Tua over. I don't want to say like shrug embarrassment there, because Tua was stuck on, I think, 769 or 68 yards heading into the fourth quarter, ended up with 253 yards passing, all in garbage time. But here on my assessment of the game, I said Tua might not win in the cold. That doesn't mean he's going to stop throwing here, but he never threw downfield, and you got to wonder if the Dolphins just got to move on. You got to have some downfield throws when you got the type of players that the Dolphins had. I said I think he throws to Achane and Waller to try to play possession football here, and he should surpass 200 against the Steelers. He definitely got in touch with Waller there twice in the end zone there on Monday night. So, all right, thanks everybody for joining me here. Make sure you pick up my picks over there at, oh man, I was talking about it, wouldn't even show it on the screen here. Sorry about that, guys. There it is. I had the synopsis there. I was reading off my synopsis of those plays there, but there they are with my write-ups on those games. So I was giving you a little write-up there. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks a lot, everybody. Really appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow with more night moves. All right, for the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Night Moves.